finished up getting to watch a session with Mike Patti from Cinesamples. I love these kind of sessions, getting to see a seasoned composer share their insights on a score. And for this one, Mike was sharing how he had used his template, the approach and the process for scoring Disney's Animal Kingdom using MOTU's digital performer. So here's 3 big takeaways from the talk. Mike showed off his template and said that a template is key for his work. Now, his template is a monster. Of course, he's mostly using Cinesamples instruments. And for this particular project, he wasn't scoring to picture as much as scoring to concept. He had some time markers that he needed to have an intro with some ambiances before he started to kick in, and then some hit points he needed to hit at certain times throughout the music. Which brings me to the first big thing I learned from the talk is that Digital Performer has this really cool function where you can hide all unused tracks. So even if you have a monster template like Mike has, it's easy to just minimize it down once you got your basic sketching done. All those empty blank tracks. The other really cool thing Mike shared was that for the percussion in this particular piece, he actually hired a percussionist friend to program the samples. So he had them actually go in and program with a MIDI drum pad or some kind of thing to get a drum performance rather than him himself programming the percussion. Listening to the playback, it sounds spot on, and this is like the second thing I learned here is that not only reaching out to musicians to get live players on your score, but maybe even reaching out to other composers who specialize in another instrument to program those instruments for more realism and a little bit of more depth in the score. The third thing I learned is that when you're scoring for a live action performance like Mike was, you start by scoring the music and then you work alongside with the producers, the choreographers, and the directors as the piece is fleshed out into a real performance. He even was talking about how when he was finished with the music, they came back to him and showed him some visual cues that happened at certain points in the performance where he had to go back in and then create some dramatic drum hits to add some accents to that. After watching and listening through Mike's entire talk, pretty inspiring stuff. Of course, Cinesamples stuff sounds great. He offered the Namm attendees and viewers possibly, you want to use the link and the promo code below if you want to pick up any Cinesamples instruments, and you'll get 20% off. I'll include that link and code below. Really cool. I'm so glad I got to spend a little time and check this talk out. I love these kind of talks, and I'm glad I'm able to summarize it. The audio would be pretty bad if I just played back the entire thing. It's so loud in the convention, so I just thought I'd share with you 3 things I learned from Mike's talk at the MOTU booth at Namm.